Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the DJ Roscoe Sports Show for this Taco Tuesday. What is it today? It's April 12th. I couldn't remember. April 12th, 2022, coming live Palatial State here in Dallas, Pennsylvania. This week, if it's in my Nissan Pathfinder, it must be the Mayhem of Sports Talk on a Tuesday, the DJ Roscoe Sports Show. And here's my little buddy LJ. Try to keep him awake, but we're waiting for Lou to get out of speech class, and he fell asleep with some tasty Wendy's in his mouth. Here's the scene of the fast food crime. He got his chicken nuggets, cheeseburgers, french fries, juice box, and he's out like this. It just was a crime of fast food passion. So he was tired, passed out, so we're doing a show and not be too loud. Go, shh, be very, very quiet. And, it's exciting times, though, because baseball's back. We're excited after the lockout. We weren't sure if we're going to have the baseball season start on time. Just pushed back a week, and we're still going to get a 462-game season. And it's also Easter Sunday Fun Day this weekend. So have a great Easter Sunday with your loved ones, your friends and family. Hopefully the Easter Bunny is very generous to you. Nice Easter egg hunts. We're going to have an Easter egg train ride on Saturday. And the Easter egg hunt after that, and a big one with the one and only Easter Bunny on Sunday, who I think is going to deliver lots of eggs, hide them lots of places, and the kids are going to have a great time finding them and getting the candy. So very excited about that. There's also the return of Rail Riders Baseball. Local baseball to NEPA comes back tonight, 6:35. They're playing the Norfolk Tide the whole week. They take Monday off, and now they play 6 straight days from today, Tuesday, April 12th, all the way through Sunday, April 17th. And they're going to even be playing on Easter Sunday. So today is 6:35, Wednesday 6:35, which is $1 dog day. If you can bring your dog in with just $1 donation. So you can bring your man's best friend in, have a great time with your pup, going woof woof. Thursday for Thursday, it's beer specials, I think. That's 6:35. Friday, and tonight after the opening game, there's a fan fest, and it's supposed to be beautiful the rest of the day. The rain has stopped. Could be like 70 degrees, I think 75 tomorrow even, in the 70s the next 2 days. It's really beautiful, perfect weather for baseball after we just had terrible rainy weather here in NEPA for a while. So I think we're finally gonna luck out there, and we're gonna be okay. So we're gonna have some nice weather. There's gonna be a fan fest, chance to win $10,000 a few times during the game. Check that out. Champ will be there, the Rail Rider cow mascot, going moo, or as Phil Rizzuto said, holy cow. And it'll be a fun time. They got fireworks after the game, post-game fireworks. I think Friday as well, 6:35, and fireworks after the game on Friday. Saturday will be an earlier start, 4:05, and then Sunday will be a 1:05 start. So check it out, Rail Rider Baseball, Norfolk Tide, throughout the whole week. Lots of prizes, promotional giveaways. Get to see the baby Yankees, do their thing. They have Peraza, top prospect shortstop, along with Volpe, who's I think in Double-A. But Oswaldo Peraza is someone to look forward to. He brought back Greg Bird, who you thought was gone forever after playing AAA baseball last year. He was in for the Colorado Rockies, the AAA team. Played pretty well, hit for some power, had some struggles with injuries and not performing up to his potential. Everyone thinking he was kind of a highly drafted and touted bust. He's back playing first base, playing for the Rail Riders, so he's back in the Yankees organization. Miguel Andujar, my daughter calls him Miggy, as like the Biggie Small says, Miggy. Can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. That's why they broke and you're still paid. Well, she's a big Biggie Smalls fan, and Miggy. Miguel Andujar is there, great power hitter. Rob Brantley is there, catcher who got cut it right at the end of camp. So some really solid players. Ryan Lemaire, some guys who have played for the Yankees the last few years, have been productive and might still be very productive before it's all said and done. Even, I think, Tim LaCastro, who got hurt, blew out his ACL last year, but a fast runner. The Yankees got from the Arizona Diamondbacks in his few games for the big league club in New York last year, was very talented, good fielder, could steal bases, and just as fast as grease lightning, as John Travolta would say. So looking forward to watching some Rail Rider baseball. And then, of course, you never hope for injuries, but if a top player gets hurt, Aaron Judge didn't accept the contract extension for 7 years, $213 million, $30.5 million a year. I don't know what he's thinking, because if he gets hurt, that offer might not be there. But he's banking himself to have a big-time season. He got booed last night, and they lost 3-0 to Toronto Blue Jays. The offensive bats were just shut down. But if Judge or Giancarlo Stanton, who's been crushing the ball, especially against the Red Sox, if a bunch of players at some point go down with injuries, The only positive is they usually rehab for the Rail Riders. When Judge rehabbed here a few years ago, I took my daughter to it. It was an electric time at the ballpark. Same thing when Jeter was here and A-Rod. It was sold out. You had to park across the road at the ski shack. So, so that's another positive thing, that you're one step away from New York, from the Bronx. You're only about a 2.5 hour car ride from the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. So a lot of the top prospects and top players when they rehab come here. So we'll probably see that throughout the year. Fireworks, July 4th events, and all that great stuff. And the season has been extended out. They have, I think, almost 10 extra games. They're going to play till the end of September, almost till October. And then playoff baseball will actually be October baseball. Usually the season would end a month early, the first week of September. So a lot of exciting stuff. We're excited for the return of Rail Rider baseball. The Yankees, they will play tonight again at 7:05 from the Boogie Down Bronx. Should be a fun game. Jameson Taillon pitched well for his first start for the Yankees to actually go 5 innings. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. A lot of them were going a lot shorter because of the lockout. They didn't have much time to get in as much pitches as they're used to. So he pitched well, 5 innings, did a solid job out there. But the bullpen, has been overworked. They can't overwork them and pitch every day when starters were only going 3-4 innings. Even Garrett Cole yelling at Billy Crystal the first pitch that he was delayed, caused him to struggle in the first inning against Boston. They ended up coming back and winning extra innings that opening game, and he only went 4 innings. And Severino, at least he's healthy, but he only was able to give him a short start. Jordan Montgomery gave you a short start. Luckily, he's not badly injured after the comeback where they hit him on the leg. So just a lot of craziness. But as great as the Yankees bullpen is, we need the starters to pitch a little longer, and the offensive bats need to wake up. They still had a good series, won 2 out of 3 the first 2 against Boston, fell short, just lost 4-3 to Bobby Dolbeck, a home run with the K-Rod debut show with Michael Kay and Alex Rodriguez, the alternate Eli Manning broadcast on Sunday Night Baseball. But still won 2 out of 3 against arch rivals, the Red Sox. Came back in 11 innings. Josh Donaldson, the new Yankee, hit the walk-off hit in extra innings in Game 1 on Friday after it got rained on Thursday. Then Saturday they won 4-2. Another big home run from Giancarlo Stanton, who's been crushing the Red Sox pitching. Anthony Rizzo with some two clutch 2-run homers in that series against Boston. And then they're just trying to move lineups around. So Giancarlo Stanton plays, Aaron Judge plays, Aaron Hicks can play, Josh Donaldson, Gleyber Torres, G-Baby. They have to move everyone around. Calef for the shortstop, Marlon Gonzalez. So everyone's trying to get playing time. Some guys have to sit DJ LeMahieu. Sometimes they got to play. But the bats need to pick it up. They got shut down 3-0 against a hard-hitting Blue Jays offense that was mostly shut down themselves. But the Yankees offense was totally silenced against the Blue Jays pitching. So tonight, we get Nasty Nate, Nestor Cortez. It was great. We could call it a 70s porn stash, but it's great, Super Mario Brothers stash. And Nestor Cortez, who was a revelation last year when he came up to the Yankees, didn't know that he could do that in the big leagues. Hopefully, not just a one-hit wonder, pitched great out of the bullpen, and then as a starting pitcher. So hopefully he'll give them a solid outing today against a powerful Blue Jays lineup, one of the top teams in the major leagues, and the Yankees offense needs to come to life. Judge how he'll respond to the boos and all the pressure with the contract extension and injuries and anything that could happen now that he said no to the extension, and now wait till the offseason when he becomes a free agent, then anyone could happen. So this could be his last year in the Yankees. Hopefully not. They went through things like this with Bernie Williams and Derek Jeter, who ended up being the captain, stayed there forever in the Yankees. They're going to have a documentary on him on July 18th on ESPN and ESPN Plus called The Captain. So hopefully, Judge says all the right things. He wants to be a Yankee for life. Hopefully he will be a Yankee for life and will be the captain of the Yankees and all that great stuff, and that can resign him at the end of the season if he sticks to that and doesn't want to negotiate and be and the distraction of the season. His agent can just do all that, and he still doesn't have to be distracted. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully the Yankee bats wake up. They get a solid pitching performance by Nestor Cortez against the powerful Blue Jays lineup, and then Yankees hopefully can bounce back from a 2-game losing streak. They're 2-2 now. They play the Blue Jays tonight at 7:05. The Mets, they need to get off the schneid because they won the first 3 games against the lowly Washington Nationals. But then after winning the first 3, they went with some lesser bullpen pitchers, and Pete Alonso made some costly errors. Buck Schulte, the new Mets manager, didn't want to blow out all his relievers, just like the Yankees. The first 2 games having to pitch so many games and very few days off, and the condensed lockout shortened spring training. So then they lost 4-2, even though Carlos Cookie Carrasco pitched so well on Sunday in the finale of that game, trying to get the 4-game sweep, and Francisco Lindor hit a home run early in the series. Alonso, more of a hitter than Dom Smith, really should be playing first base. Alonso should be DH and hit the grand slam, but They lost that game 4-2, and then it was looking great last night against their arch rival, the Phillies, in Philadelphia. The Phillies brother love up 4-0, but then the Phillies rise and come back from the scrap heap in the eighth inning, scoring 5 runs. They end up winning that game 5-4. Big comeback, bounce back victory over their arch rivals, New York Mets. So Phillies get a big win. Horrible loss by the Mets. Hopefully this doesn't become a steady thing. It reminds you of the horrible loss they had before Buck Showalter took over. Hopefully he can change that and turn the tables on that. And even without Jacob deGrom pitching well, they've had some good solid pitching. Hopefully deGrom can come back healthy. He can't stay healthy. Max Scherzer's going to be pitching and this week against Philadelphia, so that will hopefully give them a chance. But the Phillies have a powerful lineup. You can never count them out. And even though they lost the last game of their series against the Oakland Athletics, they won the first 2 games of that series. They had Bryce Harper, the reigning MVP in the National League, Shohei Ohtani pitching and hitting great MVP in the American League for the Angels. And then you have Nick Castellanos. You have Kyle Schwarber, great powerful lefty hitter. Rhys Hoskins, Didi Gregorius had a big clutch hit last night. That lineup is just deadly to shut down. So the Phillies overcome the Alec Baum errors and hating on Philly, and he apologized after the game. Phillies get the nice comeback victory. Great tenacity and determination shown by the Phillies. Horrible loss by the Mets. Hopefully the Mets come back tonight. 6:35 in Philadelphia. Mets, Phillies, 2 local teams. One of them is going to win. Whoever wins, we lose. Who knows? Like Alien vs. Predator, like those silly movies. One of the local fan bases will be happy. So Tony's Phillies and Pat's Mets. We'll see what happens, but should be a good one. Hopefully the Mets bullpen can shore things up and not blow another costly lead, because that very reminiscent of the poor seasons we had and suffered through, as a lot of Met fans have. But I think the Mets could bounce back, and Buck Showalter will hold them accountable. The bullpen will get it done. They'll have to just find a way to keep pitching well without deGrom, and that offense just needs to be consistent out there. Even Cano's back playing pretty well. So we'll see what happens with that. Mets, Phillies tonight, 6:35. Yankees, Blue Jays at 7:05. And then the Pirates home opener today on April 12th in the area code 412. And I think their first pitch is at 4:12 p.m. So it's all for 4-1-2 today in Pittsburgh for the lowly Pirates, who did win their first game of the season after losing the first 2 to the Cardinals, who got Albert Pujols back for his last year of his big league career, along with Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright. The guys are back in St. Louis, how it should be. Albert Pujols gets to retire as a Cardinal. The Pirates won their last game of that series after losing 2 out of 3, but they did re-sign Hayes, their third baseman, Charlie Hayes' son. So they showed showed a nice positive thing that they were willing to sign one of their hometown guys. So hopefully that's a big thing, signing their contract extension. And the Pirates play today in their home opener. Hopefully they'll bounce back. Penguins can clinch a playoff spot if they win regulation against the New York Islanders tonight. The New York Rangers ready to clinch a playoff spot for NHL as they get ready for that. Baby Penguins play tomorrow night, and then they play Friday and Saturday, so hopefully they can clinch a playoff spot pretty soon. With hockey regular season winding down, playoffs about to start. So hockey playoffs, which is most exciting time. That's getting excited for that. Basketball playoffs, playing game tonight. I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be able to win that game against Cleveland Cavaliers. Lakers didn't get in, so LeBron James and Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis couldn't stay healthy. Team was a disaster. The winning time on HBO has been more fun about the 80s Dynasty Lakers of Magic and Kareem. They already fired Frank Vogel after winning a championship just 2 years ago. So the Lakers are a mess. They couldn't even get in the playing game, and they were the favorites to win the championship this year. Brooklyn Nets, I think they'll at least win the playing game and move on in the playoffs. So basketball playoffs, hockey playoffs, baseball underway, football, USFL starting this week on Saturday. All games in Birmingham, Alabama. It's on NBC and Fox this Saturday night. So football is back this week. Free agency, trades, all that stuff. Bruce Arians out. Tom Brady's basically the coach. Todd Bowles is running things in Tampa. So Tom Brady retired, unretired. So a lot of crazy stuff football. So a lot of exciting stuff. Batman comes to HBO Max on April 18th, this Monday, day after Easter. We love that movie when we saw that in the movie theaters. And just a lot of great stuff. So keep it locked. DJ Roscoe Sports Show, your home for all your favorite sports and entertainment talk. Enjoy the basketball and hockey playoffs. I think the Suns are going to win the championship over the Bucks again for the championship. And then I think baseball, my preseason pick is the Toronto Blue Jays to lose to the Dodgers in 6 games in the World Series. And then hockey, I'll go with the Pittsburgh Penguins win the Stanley Cup Finals, and I think they'll get it done. So I think expect that. And then football, I'll be interested to see if